Pennsylvania, one of the original 13 colonies of the United States, is situated in the northeastern and mid-Atlantic regions of the country. Often referred to as the Keystone State because of its crucial role in the formation of the United States, Pennsylvania offers a rich tapestry of history, culture, and natural beauty. The state is marked by its diverse landscape, featuring rolling hills, mountains, forests, and farmlands. The Appalachian Mountains run through Pennsylvania, offering scenic views and opportunities for outdoor activities such as hiking and skiing. Major rivers like the Delaware, Susquehanna, and Ohio also traverse the state, playing key roles in its history and economy. Pennsylvania's climate varies by region, with colder winters in the northern and western areas, while the southeastern part of the state experiences more moderate temperatures. Summers are generally warm and humid, particularly in urban centers like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. The economy of Pennsylvania is diverse, with significant contributions from manufacturing, agriculture, energy, and finance. The state is well known for its production of steel, coal, and natural gas, particularly from the Marcellus Shale. Agriculture is also a major industry, with products ranging from dairy to mushrooms, and the state is famous for its Amish farming communities. Culturally, Pennsylvania is rich, drawing influences from early Dutch, German, and English settlers. Philadelphia, the largest city in the state, serves as a cultural epicenter with its world-class museums, theaters, and a vibrant culinary scene. Pittsburgh, another major city, is recognized for its industrial past, lively arts scene, and strong sports culture. The state is home to several prestigious universities and colleges, including the University of Pennsylvania, an Ivy League school, Carnegie Mellon University, and Penn State University. These institutions play a key role in Pennsylvania's strong educational and research sectors. Philadelphia, the state's largest city, known for its historical significance, cultural institutions, and as the birthplace of American independence. Pittsburgh. Once renowned for steel production, Pittsburgh has evolved into a hub for technology, education, and healthcare. Harrisburg, the state capital, located along the Susquehanna River, with a history closely tied to the Civil War and state governance. Pennsylvania's unique combination of history, natural beauty, and cultural diversity makes it a significant and vibrant state within the U.S. And this is where our story takes us. Martin Dillon and Stephen Scher were close friends in the 1970s. Martin, a well-respected 30-year-old environmentalist working for the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Resources, was married to Patricia Dillon, and together they had a child. Stephen Scher, a physician, was married to Patricia Dillon's best friend. The two couples were inseparable, often spending time together. However, beneath the surface, hidden tensions brewed. Unbeknownst to Martin, Stephen Scher was having an affair with Patricia Dillon, a secret that would later become central to the tragic events that unfolded. On June 2, 1976, Martin Dillon and Stephen Scher went on a skeet shooting trip in the woods of rural Pennsylvania. According to Scher, the outing was a friendly one until Dillon tripped and accidentally shot himself in the chest with his shotgun. Scher claimed the shotgun's discharge was accidental and that Dillon died almost instantly from his injuries. After the incident, Scher called for help, reporting the death as a tragic accident. Given Scher's account and the lack of immediate evidence to suggest foul play, authorities initially ruled the death an accident. Yet, despite this official ruling, suspicions lingered. Dillon's family and friends struggled to believe that an experienced outdoorsman like Martin Dillon could accidentally shoot himself in such a manner. Moreover, inconsistencies in Scher's story raised further doubts, but without solid evidence, the case did not progress. Several key points raised suspicion. The shotgun blast that killed Dillon was from an unusually close range, casting doubt on the notion of an accidental discharge during a skeet shooting session. It later emerged that Scher had been having an affair with Martin's wife, Patricia. This affair came to light after Dillon's death, deepening suspicions about Scher's motives. Shortly after Dillon's death, Scher divorced his wife and married Patricia Dillon, leading many to speculate that Scher might have orchestrated Martin's death to eliminate him from the picture. Despite these suspicions, no charges were initially filed, and the case was closed as an accidental death. Nearly 20 years later, in 1995, persistent doubts and new forensic evidence led to the case being reopened. By this time, Patricia Dillon and Stephen Scher had been married for years, but the lingering questions surrounding Martin Dillon's death had never been fully resolved.
They've had 19 years to investigate it. They've had investigators, all the state police, they've had their autopsy and everything else. Their move next, and we challenge them.
Last I saw Marty Dillon alive, he was moving away from me up the end of this trail, towards where we had just been. And I just waited there for him to come back or to tell me to do something else. I heard a click and a shotgun blast. And I think I yelled out, "You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn," teasingly. And
Steve is not capable of the things they've accused him of. I've known him and lived with him for 17 years. He's not capable of this.
Is it true that you two had an affair?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
The Pennsylvania State Police launched a new investigation, and forensic experts re-examined the evidence, focusing particularly on the shotgun wounds and the shot's trajectory. Their findings critically challenged Scher's account of events. The forensic analysis revealed that the angle and proximity of the shotgun blast were inconsistent with an accidental discharge as described by Scher. The shot had been fired at very close range, suggesting that Dillon was shot intentionally. Additionally, the examination of gunpowder residue on Dillon's wound indicated that the shotgun had been fired from a much closer distance than Scher had claimed, supporting the theory that Dillon was shot at point-blank range. New witness testimonies were also collected, including those from Dillon's family members, who had long been suspicious of Scher's story. They emphasized that Scher had quickly married Dillon's widow, which they believed provided a strong motive for murder. Based on the new forensic evidence and the inconsistencies in Scher's original statements, Scher was arrested in 1996 and charged with first-degree murder. The prosecution argued that Scher had killed Dillon to continue his affair with Patricia and eliminate Dillon from the picture. The trial was a sensational event, given the years that had passed since the incident and the extraordinary circumstances of the case. The prosecution presented the motive, Scher's affair with Patricia Dillon, alongside the forensic evidence that contradicted Scher's account of the events. In 1997, after a lengthy trial, Stephen Scher was convicted of first-degree murder. However, this conviction was later overturned on appeal due to issues related to jury instructions and other procedural concerns. The case did not end with the overturned conviction. In 2008, Scher was retried for the murder of Martin Dillon. This time, the evidence was presented even more compellingly, with the forensic analysis playing a critical role in debunking Scher's claims of an accidental shooting. During the retrial, Scher was once again convicted of first-degree murder. The jury was convinced that Scher had intentionally killed Martin Dillon, driven by his desire to continue his affair with Patricia and remove any obstacles to their relationship. Stephen Scher was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His appeals were exhausted, and he remained incarcerated until his death.
Larry, what kind of thoughts went through your mind when that first-degree verdict came back? Were you thinking of Marty?
Yes.
What kind of thoughts are going through your mind?
Well, I really did it for him.
Did you ever think this day would come?
I've been praying for it.
The case of Stephen Scher and Martin Dillon is a tragic tale of betrayal, murder, and the long road to justice. It underscores the importance of forensic science in solving crimes, especially in cases where initial investigations may have overlooked or misinterpreted critical evidence. The case also highlights how time and persistence can eventually lead to the truth, even decades after the crime was committed.